If you're involved with a narcissist in any kind of relationship, you've likely experienced hoovering. If you haven't yet, you will. And it's important to understand what this behavior is like, why narcissists do it, and how to respond to it. Whenever you're dealing with a narcissist, the key to getting the best outcome is understanding. So, how should you respond to hoovering? Let's examine several effective techniques you can use to avoid hoovering. Number 1. Don't buy into their reality. If you can't get away from the narcissist, then at least stay grounded in your reality instead of theirs. Narcissists are famous for shifting blame, lying, gaslighting, and using any trick in the book to make you doubt your perceptions of reality. You might not want to start an argument with the narcissist because it's exhausting. But if you don't enforce your boundaries every time they violate them, it will encourage them to keep up that behavior. If you don't agree with them, don't say you do, and don't stay silent either. Instead, try being respectful by saying something like, I saw that differently. Then present your reality. Don't embellish, just stick to the facts, and don't accuse them of anything. Of course, it's likely that your disagreement or lack of support will upset them, but that will discourage them from asking for your opinion or involving you in the future. Number 2. Remember the real culprit. You always have to remind yourself that you are not at fault for the narcissist's behavior. They will frequently try to shift the blame onto you, even if you weren't involved in the first place. They might claim, for example, that your failure to stop them, even if you didn't know they were doing it, is why they behaved the way they did. That's a combination of projection and gaslighting, and you shouldn't fall for it. It's not your fault. Of course, there are times when you might have done something wrong, but it won't help you to explain your actions or defend yourself. If you admit you did something wrong, the narcissist will use that against you for the remainder of your relationship. It's best to remember that the narcissist's behavior has nothing at all to do with you. They act the way they do because of the experiences they had in their own childhood that affected their internal identity mechanisms, most notably their ego. If they are trying to blame you for something, you have to take a few deep breaths and use positive affirmations to remind yourself of who is really at fault. Number 3, don't get drawn into their drama. Narcissists are always full of drama, and it is utterly exhausting to deal with their constant complaining. It's also difficult to have to put up with their frequent criticism of you, but if you either join in with their complaining or try to defend yourself, they will have you right where they want you. They want a reaction out of you, and if you give them that satisfaction, they will use it against you every time. Instead of being drawn into their drama, just try responding with something like, "I'm sorry that's happening to you," or "I'm sorry you feel that way," and then walk away without saying anything else. When they don't get what they're looking for, they'll stop using that tactic. It's part of the gray rock technique that involves making yourself as uninteresting to the narcissist as you can. They get bored and move on to trying to get someone else to react. Number 4, prioritize yourself. I know this feels selfish to you, but the reality is that the narcissist will not make you a priority. You must take care of yourself, and if you're going to be around a narcissist on a regular basis, that self-care has to be a priority. You deserve to be treated with respect, but narcissists are rarely capable of that, and so you have to be the one who insists on it. You can't risk your own well-being for the narcissist because nothing you ever do for them will be enough to fill the hole created in their psyche. Healthy relationships are about giving and taking, but the narcissist just takes. If you're going to be exposed to that kind of self-centered behavior, you will need sufficient emotional energy to be able to take care of yourself. Number 5. Monitor how the narcissist makes you feel. If you can better be aware of how the toxic behavior of the narcissist is making you feel, you can improve your interactions with them by setting appropriate boundaries. The first step in that process is recognizing the effects of the abusive behavior. If most of your interactions with them involve emotional abuse, verbal abuse, or even physical abuse, you have to pay attention to how it affects you. You should never have to put up with abuse of any kind. Once you begin to see how they are affecting you, you can then identify and set boundaries to prevent further abuse. Number 6. Limit your exposure. One of the most effective techniques to avoid hoovering and emotional abuse is to simply limit the amount of time you spend with the narcissist. Set the day and time you will get together with them and put a limit on how much time you spend with them. You don't have to respond every time they want to get together with you. You can simply let them know that you don't have the time right now to give them your full attention. Then, you can set a time that will work for you. It's also acceptable to determine the topics you're willing to talk about. If they try to engage you on some topic you don't wish to talk about, simply say you have to go now and leave. As licensed therapist Kelly Von Hauser explains, if you have children with a narcissist, I would only discuss the children with them. Any other comments or inquiries will go unanswered. Number 7. Be compassionate, but don't try to fix a narcissist. You can certainly be compassionate to the problems a narcissist faces. Their personality disorder is the result of abuse in their own childhood, and that's a tragedy. But you can't fix them. Only they can choose to get help, and to do that, they will most likely have to commit to intense, long-term psychotherapy. Compassion is a good quality, and you can model it for the narcissist, but don't fool yourself into thinking that if you just love them hard enough or long enough, they will change. That's just not supported by reality. In this case, it will take more than love to help a narcissist change. Finally, when a narcissist is hoovering or using their many other manipulation tactics to try and control you, your best bet is to go no contact. But if that's not a possibility, you have to look out for your own interests. You will need to set and maintain strong boundaries, prioritize your own self-care, and stay focused on what you know is real. If you are experiencing hoovering and considering re-engaging with a narcissist, it's vital to understand what it takes to live happily with them in your life. You need to watch this video about whether that's even a possibility or not. It has some great advice for living your best life, even with a narcissist in it. So go and watch that video next. Thanks for watching.